everybody. Welcome to a Stamp and Chat with Kay. Today we are going to make a really pretty, very easy and elegant circles card. Sorry, I am so sorry. I was just a little bit late today. You know how it is. You decide to just quick check a few emails, which led me down to a little bit of a training path, which then reminded me I had a leaders meeting tonight. So I thought, oh, I need to let them know I'm going to post the Zoom link later. So quickly jumped onto Facebook. Well, then you see, oh no, somebody passed away and you have to leave a little heartfelt message. And then the next thing you know, it's like 5 after 10. So that's what happened to me today. So sorry about that. Oh goodness. No, it was nothing. It was nothing like technical problems or anything. It was just, I sort of got caught into that time warp where all of a sudden time flies and you've been left behind. Oh goodness. Welcome. It's so nice to be here. Thank you, everyone. This light is blinding me. I thought I was going to adjust it. I need to adjust it a little bit more. Give me a second. There we go. Hopefully that's a little better here. All right, so this is the card we're going to make today. It is so extremely easy and pretty, and I think you guys are going to love it. So let me go ahead and flip the camera down and we'll get started with this really pretty, elegant circle card. All right, there we go. Good morning. Oh, look at you guys. So many of you joining. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, Pat, for joining. Yes, it does. It is just sort of like that. Thank you also for sharing. I see that Nisi shared already. If you share, please go ahead, share. Let me know you shared. That's always just wonderful. I so appreciate it. Hi, Cindy Sue. Welcome. Oh, good morning, Yvonne. Good to have you here. All right, so let's look at this card. Here it is. Oh my gosh, so elegant, so easy, and it uses some new products. Of course, you've seen me already use color and contour over and over since I've gotten it. This has been a big part of my catalog kickoff. Honestly, I'm really, really tempted to use it for my kit to go next month. I just feel like the possibilities with it are just so limitless. So it's just a really fun, easy to work with stamp set. And I love easy to work with. So this is the bundle. I'm not actually using the dies today. I've used them plenty of times in the last week here. But today I am only going to use the stamp set, and we're going to use the layering circles dies that look like this. Just really quick, you can put all of those circle dies that we're using onto your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and just run them through all at one time, which really makes it easy and quick. And you can even do 2 layers of paper, so you can make 2 cards with one pass pretty quick. All right, we're going to use some really pretty freesia ribbon. This is new. This is part of our new In Color collection for 2021-23. And of course, this is my customer gift of the month. For those of you that really don't know what that is, if you purchase a $75+ order during the month of May, this is your gift with purchase. So you will get this in June. And you do have to use a host code because I do order these based on the host rewards that I get when I close out that host code. And so, yeah, and you guys, if your order is over $150, don't use the host code because I'll give you all your little gifties, and then you'll also get gifts from Stampin' Up, free product of your choice. All right, so we also have, what else are we using? We're using the Bumblebee ink pad, bright, pretty, summery color. Goes nicely with the fresh freesia. And we're going to use Tuxedo Black. That will be the sentiment that we overstamp, as you can see right here. And we're going to use the Pansy Petals Designer Series paper, a really fresh spring summery paper set. Kind of awesome to work with, because if you end up getting the Pansy Petals bundle, you will be able to use the dies to die cut some of the paper images here. And oh, does that make quick work for making quick cards? Love that about Stampin' Up's Designer Series papers. Okay, so then again, this is the card we're going to make, and the colors we're using on my little homemade wheel here are basic white, fresh freesia, and Bumblebee. So let's go ahead and get started. The inside is super simple and plain. We're just going to add a little accent here. So let's go ahead and do that. We are going to be using thick basic white. Thick basic white. Anytime I'm using it as a base, anytime I'm using white as my card base, I like to use the thick basic white. I think every craft room needs both kinds, the thick kind for your card bases, and then the nicer, smoother kind for going ahead and stamping. It's a little more lightweight. So this is the thick basic white. It is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I've already used my bone folder to get it nice and flat. Then we are going to be putting the inside panel in, which is a 3/4 by 4 inch panel. And that just goes on the inside to give a little accent to the inside of the card. And I'll just put that on with multi-purpose liquid glue nice and quickly. Just do a little swirl all the way around. And it's ready to go into the inside panel of the card. Just a little something when somebody opens it up. They'll see your nice message written in there. All right, I just did something kind of silly. I turned it around. I don't know. Every once in a while, I look at this little pansy patch of flowers, and to me, that it does seem like there might be an up way and a down way, but that could purely be my imagination. Again, need to turn it around. I don't know. I don't know if it's real or not. It could just be something I'm imagining. Do you guys ever see an up and down when it's supposed to not be an up and down? And all at once I see an up and down. The weirdest thing. Okay. Oh, thank you, Kathy, for sharing. I truly appreciate it. And good morning to you all the way from Ohio. Fantastic. All right. Goodness. And we have Mary Ellen from Montana. Oh, so nice to see you. Thank you. All right. Next step. We're going to actually set the card bases aside for a minute. We are going to be building a panel. Anytime I'm building a panel to put on my card, it's because there's probably a ribbon wrap. You can see that. So you need to get that on before you actually put it onto the front of your card base. Hello, Carol from Connecticut. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. All right, this is a 4 by 5 1/4 inch panel of the Designer Series paper. Oh, look at that. How pretty is that? Now that definitely has, see, that definitely has an up or a down side. Just like this, that would be the upside. But this page, nope, doesn't matter. So we're good to go here. All right, then I did pre-cut some ribbon. If I can grab it here, just to make it nice and quick today. I'm going to use some Scotch tape, and we're going to wrap this around because we're just going to find the middle and do a wrap. Oh, it almost seems a shame to cover up this really pretty backside. But you know what? I always say if you really, really love the paper pack and you want to use both sides, buy 2 packs of paper. Use one side on one pack and the other side on the other pack. Oh, funny. All right, so we're going to flip this one over, add it to the back. And here we go. Oh, thank you, Sue, for sharing. She shared to a group. Truly appreciate that. Now, some of you are wondering, back in the day, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago, I was doing giveaways with my Facebook Lives. I'm not doing that anymore. I run out of cards all the time for customers placing orders with me. I just gotta send my customers who are placing orders and using host codes, I have to send them cards that use current products. So I've given up on the giveaway. So I'm sorry about that, but I really do need to give these to customers placing orders. So that is why I changed that. And so basically, that's what happened. Okay, I'm going to show you next what we've got here. We've got some beautiful layering circles dies. So we've had this in our product line for a long time. I love them. You got the scallops, you've got the straight edge. And I took the 3 out that we're using, so we're going to talk about those in a sec here. So we're going to use, this is the largest, this is the second largest, I think. Yep, this, okay, so this is the largest, this is the second largest. This is the third largest that we're using. It's the fourth largest and the fifth largest. I know, it's hard to figure out. I never know how to explain to you which ones we're using. All I can say is that they, like this one goes into this one, which goes into that one. It's these three. It's those three that we're using, but it's kind of hard for me to explain which three exactly that is. But you know what? There's circles. It doesn't matter that much. Just take three that layer up and you're probably good to go. You can have different circle sizes than me. Okay, so then which ones did I cut where? So the biggest circle is going to be our fresh freesia. So I did use the biggest one for that. And then the next one down is going to be the pattern paper. See, that's got the gingham side on one side and then the pretty flowers on the other. And that's what actually matches the inside panel of our card. And then I've got two basic whites. That is, get these up here. That's the next one. And these are the two we're going to be stamping. So I'm going to just scoot these all out of the way. I'm going to put these back on my little, whoops, this one goes here. This one goes here. This one goes here. There we go. Get that out of the way. All right, so this is the one we're going to be stamping. So let me do that. So we have Bumblebee. That's the first thing we're going to be stamping with. And we're going to actually stamp both of the flowers in Bumblebee. So if you take a look at the color and contour stamp set, there's these two up here. You can get a little stressed out trying to figure out which, you know, how you angle it to make them line up perfectly. You can see this long doodad here matches up with that long doodad there. I have no time, no patience, and no interest in being perfect. So we are not going to worry about that. We're just, and I like to stamp with the background one first. Now you might be totally different. You might be totally a lot more interested in doing it a way that works better for you. And that's all fine. I'm just doing it the way that works the best for me. So we're just going to go ahead and stamp 3 images onto our circles. There we go, just like so. Then we're going to take the next one. Now, if your ink pad is super inky, you might want to stamp off once. Mine is a little bit on the dry side. You can see that it's been used a lot. So I don't really need to do the stamping off once. But if you have a super inky ink pad, you might want to stamp off once or these are going to be super dark. Shoo. We're going to go ahead and just over stamp. And I'm not worrying about where these petals fall. It's all going to look good. There we go. And here's another one. And plus you have the words going over the top anyway. So look, looks just fine. Okay, so we're going to set these aside. And the next one we're going to use now, the last bit of stamping that we're going to do on this card is the sentiment. So this is a thank you card. Really cool font. We're going to be using this here. Thank you for everything. And it fits perfect on that circle. And it's a photopolymer stamp set. So you can see exactly where you're stamping, which is just so fabulously awesome. Now I do like it to sort of be having this bigger flower that shows more of the middle. I do sort of like that up in the upper left. So I'm going to put it so that flower is kind of going, I don't know, I suppose you could say to the northwest if you're looking at like a compass rose. Okay, so we're going to get this on here. Give it a second for that ink to get in there. Oh, fabulous. Do the same thing for this one. There you are. Oh, wow. Look at that. How beautiful. Oh, Julie's saying she hates it when she loves both sides of the DSP because it makes it harder to choose. I agree. That's so funny you say that. All right, so next, what are we going to do? Well, let me grab my next thing, which I've lost. Hold on, everybody. Oh, here it is. Got my little jewels that we're going to be using. But I pre-cut a couple of little small, I don't know, I suppose they're not quite 3 inches, little fresh freesia, see? Little fresh freesia ribbons. And we're going to take that and we're going to put that about right here. So it just kind of tucks up, again, sort of going to the northwest. All right, so we're gonna flip that over and tape that down. There we go. And we're gonna do the same thing for this one. Just kind of put that together like so. And we're gonna set it right there. So it's kind of coming up off that direction where that big flower is that we set up. There we go. Oh, thank you, Tony. She says she loves watching me create. Oh my goodness, that is so special. You know, when I first started with Stampin' Up, I had no intentions of doing stuff like this. But you know what? When it's in your heart to pursue a path, you have to follow it. And somehow in my heart, it kept telling me, you could do this, Kay, you could do this. And then I did. Not to say I didn't have a lot of butterflies as I was doing, but it's truly a part of my life now and I just love it. I really, really do. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start layering. Well, actually what we can do is put this panel onto our thick panel of thick Whisper White. That's the front of our card base. And because it's not, did I say thick Whisper White? I meant thick basic white. Because it's not the thinner basic white, it's the thick basic white, we can use the multi-purpose liquid glue. A lot of you already know this, but for those of you that don't, I don't use glue with our standard basic white because I don't want glue lines to show through because it is a thinner panel, thinner paper, I should say. All right, so here we go, putting glue on these pretty flowers so that we can use the other side of the DSP. Oh, for those of you that participated in my paper shares, I do want to let you know I did get them mailed out yesterday, and I will do a second round in June. So you can always go to my blog, www.stamping2share, to read all about that. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our fresh freesia, our little fresh freesia circles, and we're going to put a little glue on those. And we're going to drop those into the panel underneath our ribbon. And just like that. It doesn't have to be exactly the same on both cards. You just want it underneath the panel, like so. So there's the first one. Then we're going to take our little pansy paper and we're going to stick that underneath the ribbon again because we want the pretty ribbon to show. Just put that like so. Again, every card that you do when it's a circle card is going to be a little bit different, and that's okay. Just depends where those circles end up. All right, so that looks good. Then what's going to happen is this is going here. Look at how pretty that is. Woo, love it. All right, so to put that one on, we're actually going to do that with some dimensionals. So, you know, I don't know. You could put it on here, but I kind of know where it's going to go. So I'm just going to take a chance and put it directly onto my paper here. There we go. So, oh, that one's got attached to the ribbon. I don't like that. Well, I don't mind it if it does, as long as the ribbon stays straight. But you saw how quickly that ribbon wanted to get out of line. But I got it back in line, so we're good. There we go. Okay, then take this little Oh, isn't that pretty? Just put that on like so. Make sure your sentiment is actually, level. And there it is. And we'll do the same thing for this one. Oh, that's so pretty. There we go. And there it is. There is the completed card. I told you this was going to be easy and elegant, didn't I? Oh, we're not done. The last 2 times I've done a Facebook Live, I forget to do this. I forget to put the crowning jewels on. So let me go ahead and do that. Take your pick tool, and we're going to use, let's see, the fresh freesia ones. So we're going to take a little tiny one and put that right here. These are the 20, what are they calling it? The 20, 21, 23 in color jewels. They actually are called jewels, and they truly are gorgeous. Then we'll put a bigger one up here, kind of fill in that space. Oh, so pretty. And then we need another one. So I think we could put it here, but it gets a little busy. So I think I'm going to actually drop it off into the pattern paper. So do I want to use a little one or a big one? I think I'll use big ones. I'm going to set that right there. Oh, I love it. So pretty. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes I do keep my jewels all within the pattern like I did here, but sometimes it's kind of fun to drop those jewels off your main images and have them just sitting out there kind of like, oh yeah, look at how this all coordinates. I love it. There it is. Mary Ellen is saying sunny and bright. She loves them. So do I. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for coming by today and watching. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for all the shares. Just thank you for everything. I'm going to be back tomorrow morning with another Facebook Live as part of my catalog kickoff. So we'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Bye-bye, everybody.